Excuse. Now you are. Oh my God! Oh my God! Do you see this? Oh my God! I never thought nothing like this would happen to me. She just tried to run and hit me, and now she. Did you see her?
So I grabbed my shovel. So I grabbed my shovel. So I grabbed my shovel.
Okay, so undoubtedly, you people are aware of this viral video titled Karen Goes Crazy Part 1. It's amassed nearly 2 million views in a couple of days, and it's been inescapable on Twitter. This whole situation was very odd to me, so I did a lot of research, and my opinion has been bouncing wildly back and forth. I feel like the best way to handle this is to present everything I found out and offer some well-substantiated opinions. 'Cause boy, do I have a lot to say. Before throwing any wild accusations at me as a person for some of the opinions I have, I encourage you to at least watch the whole video before spitting vile and unsubstantiated hatred towards me. That's all I ask, okay? Okay then. This viral Karen freakout video took place at a Victoria's Secret shop in a mall. The video itself doesn't have a lot of context. It starts with this woman, I'll call her White Karen, slapping the camera holder. Once she realizes the woman is recording, she starts having a mental breakdown. In the second, much longer video, she routinely screams at her to stop recording, and she chases her around the store, most likely to make her stop recording her.
Crazy lady. In case she attacked me and try to say I attacked her. You look at this.
Get away from me!
Oh, y'all better get this lady.
Get away from me!
You gonna
Get
you
what
get
the
this.
fuck?
Security.
Get the fucker! Get
Security. Look at this. Yes, can y'all
Get her away from me! Get her away from me!
Lord have mercy.
White Karen can later be seen calling the police to report that the black woman filming had threatened her.
She's recording me. This person's threatening me. She's recording me. She has poor purple hair. And
She's lying on the phone. Don't tell me what to do. She said I threatened her. Well, I don't give a fuck about her being sick. I'm worried about me.
From the video shown, this is clearly not true. So, everything I've shown you is the incident that happened. That was all there is to it. Everything at this point onwards is my opinion, but don't worry, I have receipts for everything I say. White Karen was in the wrong on multiple fronts. She clearly assaulted her and lied about it. She chased her around the store, which only made her look even worse than she already does. On top of all that, calling the police and making flimsy, easily disproven accusations. If you ask me, her best option after hitting her and seeing the camera was to immediately leave the store. Run like your ass was on fire at that point. Alright, so this black woman was clearly the victim and is entirely in the right, correct? Oh, hold your horses there, Haas. That ain't quite right. I have more than a few problems with how this woman handled this situation. What exactly happened is explained in a later video. According to the police report, the black woman and White Karen get in a dispute over White Karen being too close to her. Black girl tells her to back up, and this altercation took place. White Karen talks about having anxiety, and that's what caused her mental breakdown, which is believable given the footage. But when White Karen is lying on the floor, a black lady makes this comment.
I'm scared to even approach her.
Please.
You scaring me. Like you gotta go postal.
Okay, look. I know mental illness is no excuse for people to assault you, but why did you have to make fun of her mental illness? A mental illness you have no reason to believe she doesn't have. Not only that, she audibly laughs at her breakdown.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to that. Ooh, Lord.
Only making her look more vindictive. Maybe some would say this is a heat of the moment thing, and I could believe that. I could accept this was an honest mistake. What I cannot accept, however, is her recording her for as long as she did. Almost 10 full minutes. Actually more than 10 full minutes if I look at it. Keep in mind, Black Lady states multiple times how traumatizing this situation was. So I have a question. Why did you keep filming her after this assault encounter? You have all the evidence you need that she was in the wrong. Why exactly did you keep going? There's also no way you couldn't tell that this wasn't provoking her. It clearly was.
You keep lying saying I'm threatening you, so I'm recording to protect myself.
If you were as scared as you claimed you were, why are you deliberately provoking her? She had stated in the video that she was recording for her safety and for evidence, but here's why that doesn't hold up. As stated before, your continued recording can be seen as provoking, and it was making this mentally unhinged person want to attack you. But also, your extra recording was redundant due to the store's security system. The police would have asked for that footage to confirm your story. What is even more unacceptable is when the black woman, who, let me remind you, is still recording, goes up to the police and demands that white Karen should be kicked out of the mall.
See this? And she's crying and they just being all sympathetic to her tears. I don't care about her white tears. She needs to be escorted out the mall. She chased me around the store and tried to attack me twice.
Even though the police were clearly doing their job and getting both sides of the story. What puts me off a lot is Black Lady invoking her skin color and accusing the police of being racist.
The more security can have. What I'm saying is, I'm not telling you you have to leave or anything, but
I'm not saying that, but
if for some reason
if the shoe was on the other foot and I would have tried to attack her white ass, you would have me escorted out this mall.
ma'am,
That's just how I feel. This woman, mind you, the manager done told him. The manager told me he chased, huh?
I wish you didn't feel that way.
I do feel that way. I do feel that way.
Look, cops and black people have a rough relationship. Believe me, I know that. But making comments like this is completely unwarranted. If you want to fight for justice and reform the system, that's good. But don't take your rage out on individual police officers. They are human beings there to do a job to feed their families at the end of the day. Saying things like this make you look like someone who has an axe to grind. Maybe at this point you still don't agree with me. Maybe you still think Black Lady was in the right. She could have handled the situation better, yeah sure, but that doesn't make her wrong in the long run. I see. Well, let's see how you handle this next bit. I think your opinion might change very soon. This was the last straw for me, and made me stop sympathizing with her entirely. She doxed white Karen in a video of her recording her police report. It showed her full legal name and her birthday. I'm not showing the footage for obvious reason, but here's the audio.
I have her name now. Gotcha, bitch. Oh, excuse my language.
What was the justification for this exactly? What in the hell did she do to deserve this? She tried to hit you, yes. She chased you, yes. But is this your twisted idea of revenge? You fucking lingered on it too. You wanted everybody to know who she was. You clearly had vengeance on your mind. And for what, ultimately? It's important to note that in the same police report, white Karen admitted what she did was wrong. So you aren't dealing with a completely irrational person.
Miss Blank seemed to acknowledge that she was wrong, saying she was concerned about losing her job and apartment if the video posted online. Do you see this? And that she was having a panic attack about the videotaping.
She didn't attack you with a weapon. She didn't call you any racial slur. She was mostly angered by you recording her, which you did for way longer than necessary. Her invoking her black heritage here is totally uncalled for. She even said this in one of her videos.
You know, it's just really, I never felt like a nigga until today. And I don't mean N-I-G-G-A. I felt like an N-I-G-G-E-R. I never known what that felt like living in Jersey. I moved to PA for about 3 years.
And just in case she didn't play the victim enough, here's what her GoFundMe page says. I feel like I was in the 1920s. Okay, bitch. Are you fucking serious? You feel like you live in the age of minstrel shows because you were slapped by some white Karen and the police didn't immediately throw her out of the mall. Sure, security did take a while. I'll give you that one. But it's hard to argue. You were in a huge amount of danger. That's a hard bargain to sell. What a slap in the face to people who've suffered in the face of real racist oppression. Get all the way the fuck out of my face with your victim complex bullshit. If you ask me, you were milking this situation. You wanted that viral fame. You wanted that sweet GoFundMe money. The same GoFundMe in which she doxed white Karen again. She claimed to want that money to hire an attorney, supposedly to sue the mall security and police officers who, quote-unquote, did nothing to help her. Yeah, that definitely isn't the flimsiest lawsuit I've ever heard. If you ask me, this is my opinion here, but if you ask me, she exploited the situation to make a quick buck and to have her 15 minutes of fame. Change my mind. I'm Karina McDaniels, and I'll see you next time.